Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. Today is June 4, Thursday, 2026. I'm here to speak another viral topic. There was a viral video of a woman who was just caught on camera escaping her kidnapper. She basically got off the car, she's in handcuffs, and she's running in this road from away from the kidnapper. And that to me is just crazy. And it just happened, I believe, a couple days ago. So I'm going to talk to you guys about that. Before I continue, I want to say thank you so much, everybody who's listening to the podcast using Spotify. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Spotify, so every time I make a new episode, you get a notification. And of course, thank you so much, everybody who's watching this video on YouTube. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I want to say also, everybody who's using Apple Music to listen to this podcast, you can follow me there too. So every time I make a new episode, you will get a notification. Thank you guys so much for being here. When I hear about kidnappings and things like this, to be honest, I didn't think that was a real thing. I thought kidnapping was only for movies or for like those rare cases that get to become this, crime thing that can linger for a long time until they find somebody. And everything that has been happening lately, lately meaning like in the last 5 years, let's just say, it tells us that kidnapping is more common than I guess a lot of us thought it was. We had the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping case, and now, or you hear like kidnapping or what is it called? There's another term that they use. There's another term that it's not coming to my mind right now, but uh, kidnapping is very common. Years ago, I'm gonna say maybe 5 years ago, I had started this job right before the pandemic. I had started a new job, and I remember just meeting the people and talking to them. Some of them they were very young, and they were telling me how they are so concerned about even taking an Uber when they cannot take, public transportation, things like that. And I was like, man, I thought Uber was safe because I had taken it and I never had an issue. And they're like, oh no, there's a kidnapping, uh, sex trafficking. That's the word that I was thinking of. There's a kidnapping thing that's going on in this city, that where I was living in. And they were saying, you have to be so careful. You have to always, check the license plates and things like that. And you hear somebody telling you that, and you're like, oh man, this is such an stretch. People are just, maybe a little paranoid, but kidnapping happens so often. It's insane. It's such a like crazy thing that goes on a daily basis at all hours of the day. It's so crazy. And to see this video of this woman running on this street with handcuffs on, and she's running looking for help because she just happened to escape this man who was posing as a police officer. That is so crazy. It's scary and crazy, guys. So let me read to you guys this article. It says here that deputies in South Carolina have arrested a suspect in connection with the kidnapping and the impersonation of a law enforcement officer. It says here that 39 years old Jonathan Wheeler on Saturday, so this past Saturday, was charged with kidnapping and pretending to be a police officer, and he's currently incarcerated. It says here that, excuse me, I just lost my moment here. Um, the incident report showed deputies were called early on Friday to the area of Williamston Road and Boogie Cut Road for a report of a kidnapping. An arriving deputy found the woman on the ground in distress with a pair of handcuffs on next to her. Several witnesses were there as well. One driver said she was headed down Wilson Road towards New Ellington when he saw the woman run out of the woods away from the green car. That is terrifying. That is so crazy. I'm so happy that she was able to be, you know, to be so courageous to escape from that car wearing those handcuffs, right? Being completely handcuffed, um, and knowing, oh no, this is a whole different story, right? Because I saw another article that it was saying that she trusted, not trusted him, but I believe when he said that he was a police officer, that she needed to come with him, right? And then she noticed that he was asking a lot of repetitive questions, and she said that's when she knew that it was all a lie, and she escaped from the car, running away into oncoming traffic. And the video came from a truck that was driving by. So it says here another witness described the vehicle to deputies, while a third witness helped the woman get out of the handcuffs, which deputies later determined were toy metal handcuffs. So the woman told deputies she went for a walk. This is why you have to pay attention, guys. The woman said she went for a walk around 5 a.m. after leaving a relative home. She said she was unfamiliar with the neighborhood. She reported seeing the suspect vehicle earlier near the apartment complex. The woman said the man came up behind her, told her that he was with the police, handcuffed her, and put her in the rear of his car, which had no back seat. Oh my goodness. The man took her phone and social security card along her other belongings and said he was taking her to the police station. Instead, she said, he pulled into an unmarked driveway with the gate backed up, then got out and went to the trunk. When she heard him going through what sounded like tools, okay, she, she told deputies the back doors wouldn't open, but she crawled out of the front seat and escaped through the open driver's door. Wow, that is so brave of her to do something like that. That is amazing because I know when people go to unfortunate situations like this, it can be so traumatizing that they don't even know how to react. And thanks be to God that not only she was brave enough to think of an escape and actually act on it immediately, and thanks be to God that there were so many people that came to her rescue. There was like what, three witnesses, four witnesses, and then it was all caught on video. So thanks be to God for that. Um, and this is so crazy. So she said she was walking in a neighborhood, that she was just visiting family, decided to go out for a walk, and then she was encountered by this. Right? That's crazy. She then ran to the Williamston Road to flag down for help, and the police is asking for any other information. Um, or if people had similar incident with the same person to reach out. But this is crazy, you guys. That something like this would just happen, about 5, 6 in the morning, when mostly around that time, people are, getting ready to leave their house, already on the road, leaving for work. A lot of people are. So let me just see if I can get any other information. Like I said, this video, um the video is very shocking to see. Like, it's almost like, like I was saying earlier, you see things like that in movies, right? When people will say to me, oh, um kidnapping, you know this or the other, you will always think, oh man, that's such a rare occurrence. I would think like that. And like I said, lately that has become such a common thing now. It is crazy, and it's happening very quickly, and it's happening up on broad daylight. So we have to be definitely looking out for our surroundings. And let me just see here. So they arrested him, and his name is Jonathan Wheeler, 39 years old. And this happened says South Carolina. Let me see if I can get some comments that people are leaving about this. Somebody said, I want to know what was in his trunk. That's how she escaped because he went to the trunk, opened it, and she got away. She's a brave girl, like I was just saying. And kudos to the preacher truck driver that saved her life. And so I guess the truck driver is a preacher, right? So that's amazing. Let me see what else people are saying here. Her chance to run walking with that truck driver saved her life. This could have ended very differently. What a nightmare. Like he's like not only he's acting like a policeman, he puts her in handcuffs, puts her in the back of the car without any seat there, and then goes to the trunk and she hears him rumbling through tools. Like what was the next step, right? For him. Oh my goodness. Thanks be to God that she immediately acted on that opportunity to escape and definitely, she got away. Thanks be to God for that. Somebody said here, check his background because it's probably not the first time he has done this. And that's why they're spreading they're spreading the word out, not only for women to be safe, right? For anybody, I guess, walking down, going for a walk early in the morning, to be aware of your surroundings. But they're they're also, showing his photo of anybody who might have encountered him in the past. And they say, because people always do things not just one time, they repeat themselves, right? So I'm trying to see what else people are saying. Somebody said, well, thank goodness for her quick thinking in that trucker. Somebody said, he has done this before, just his first time getting caught. To ask for her social security card, to ask for her driver's license, and to put her in handcuffs, that's such a planned out thing. He definitely has done it before. Um, Somebody said check if his DNA matches with other that are being found in criminal actions all over the country. He might be a serial assassin. That's also true. And I think when we hear stories like this, um, like I said, it can happen anywhere. But I know a lot of people who are so routine in their daily, morning routine. They go out for a run like early in the morning, like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. When they hear something like this, and they might be so concerned, but it's all for safety. And everybody's always had those headphones on. You have to be so aware of your surroundings. Um, so it's another reminder to be safe. Thanks be to God that right now you know, I'm not here showing you a photo of her, of a missing person that just went out for a walk, for running. She went out for a run and never returned home. Thanks be to God that the photo that's being displayed is the photo of the person who did the offense, so that anybody who probably encountered him before can come forward and speak up. So let me know, guys, what you think about this in the comments. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to the channel, and everybody who's listening to the podcast. Have a good day. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you on the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.